And they vent the guy out the airlock. They leave the airlock pressurized when they open the door so that the vacuum sucks him out. And the camera stays on him as his rotational velocity continues to match the station.
Yeah.
And eventually someone was like, one of the station security guys is like, I really wish you hadn't have done that. And the guy's like, what are you going to do? Arrest me? We own the station.
Yeah.
And the station security guy goes, of course not. It's just now we have to send somebody out there to get him out of the way so that the next ship to come in to dock at this door doesn't hit him.
Fair. I mean, hey, that's a smart fucking writing position. I can appreciate that. And sci-fi's always done good shit like that.
And I was like, oh, they got the orbital mechanics of a dead body that would be flung out of a spin gravity station correct.
Mm-hmm.
This is like such a big deal for me. But anyway, then the story turned out to be just freaking amazing.
Fair.
And the characters are relatable, and the books are even better. And so
That's
when I
usually
heard
the
that
case for
Owlcat,
most media, to be fair.
when I heard that Owlcat Games was making this game, and they had already had such bangers as, the Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader,
Yeah.
and the Pathfinder Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous,
Fair enough.
and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be such a good game. It's a very like the gameplay is like a Mass Effect style shooter.
Oh, a third person kind of.
Third person.
I was thinking
third-person
low impact
camera,
gunfire.
Cover based shooter.
Okay, so more Gears-ish. Got it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were including the cover because I forget that Mass Effect 3 added cover system.
Right. Yeah. So it's like Mass Effect 3, Gears of War.
Yeah.
And
I just remember Mass Effect 1 and 2 face tanking the fights and just running in with whatever I had and clearing the room.
Yeah. But anyway,
that was aside the point.
They had during all of the like press junket stuff for the game, they were like, this is where the story starts, this is the setup for your main character, and stuff like that. So but we're not going to go anything beyond this. And so like the game the beta feels like you're playing like the second or third mission of the game, while you're still learning about the characters and stuff. But in the timeline for both the books and the TV series, one of the first events that happens is this alien substance that they call the proto-molecule that is designed to convert biological matter into advanced machinery.
Okay.
Basically, it was sent to the solar system by an advanced alien race billions of years ago to convert the primitive biological life on Earth into an interstellar gateway so that this species could come into the solar system and colonize it before it develops advanced life. And they got their orbital mechanics wrong, and this asteroid got captured by Saturn or Jupiter or whatever, and never made it to Earth. And this scientific group finds this material on this alien asteroid, and they're playing around with its properties, and they decide to do a mass human-scale trial. Like, what's going to happen if we expose a bunch of people to this chemical?
Nothing good.
So they go to one of the biggest space stations in the system, which is like basically they mined out Eros and turned it into a space station.
Yeah.
And they unleashed the proto-molecule on Eros to see what it does to human bodies. And that was really, really bad. And there were only a handful of people that survived that incident. And one of those groups of people that survived and made it off of Eros was James Holden and his crew, which are the main characters of the books and the TV show.
Okay.
This game follows another group of survivors that stole the ship from the people that came to deploy the proto-molecule there
Yeah.
in order to get off the station. And they work for the Pinkwater, which is the security groups named after the old Western bank security agency,
Pinkertons.
Or Pinkertons, yeah. So Pinkwater,
Pinkertons still exist.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened when Red Dead 2 came out?
No.
They had a little bit of a tiff with Rockstar because of the representation of them as villains.
Oh.
It's like, guys, you are like private enforcers. You are the villains.
So anyway, so you play as these two mercenaries that work for Pinkwater, and you arrive on the Pinkwater station having just survived the Eros incident, as it is referred to in lore after that point. And there's a news brief that comes on one of the screens, and I don't know if they expected players to stand around and listen to that or not, but I was like, I want to see how they got the lore.
Mm-hmm.
They got the lore right, because that's usually Owlcat's strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stood there and listened to this entire news brief, and they talk about like the mystery that is occurring. Like, we don't know what's happening to Eros Station, but the rock suddenly turned this weird shade of blue. And nobody in any of the governments knows what's going on. And no terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the attack. All we know is that the asteroid's quarantine beacon is activated, and so everybody is advised to stay 1,000 kilometers away from Eros.
Yeah.
And then the very next story is about chaos on the Medina. Now, the Medina is a space station that, at the time of the Eros incident, and this is literally like maybe a week or two after the Eros incident because of travel time.
Okay.
During the time after the Eros incident, the Medina doesn't exist yet. It is the ship registration for what becomes the Medina is the Latter-day Saints ship Nauvoo. It's a ship, a generational ship that is being commissioned by the Mormons so that the Mormons can leave the solar system.
I mean, good riddance, but anyways.
Because their current prophet believes that heaven is a real place and that it's in Tau Ceti. So they're building a generational ship to go to Tau Ceti, to take their best and brightest to Tau Ceti.
Mm-hmm.
And when what happens is Eros starts to drift towards Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a rock with a stable orbit and no drive system.
Yeah.
It starts moving on its own.
Great.
And it's heading straight toward Earth. Everybody, even the faction that the other two legitimate governments regard as a terrorist organization, which is the Outer Planets Alliance.
Yeah.
It's basically a bunch of people that weren't born in a gravity well, who are treated like second-class citizens by the Earth and Mars governments.
Of course. For no other reason than that, apparently.
Right. So the OPA are like, we can't let this happen because they will blame us for it. So
enough.
the OPA is also who is building this generational ship for the Mormons. So they tell the Mormons, hey, go fuck off. We're breaking our contract and we're stealing your ship. We're outfitting with a bunch of weapons and we're going to use it to blow up Eros. Or failing that, at least use the fact that this ship is big enough to have its own gravity to move Eros's trajectory away from Earth. Because we can't let this thing hit. It'll be an extinction level event and we're going to get blamed for it.
Yeah.
When everything that they try to do fails, someone realizes that the proto-molecule is conscious after having absorbed that many people.
Okay.
And they negotiate with it to spare Earth and crash into Venus instead.
Okay.
So they took the Nauvoo, they renamed it the Behemoth. A bunch of time passes and eventually the proto-molecule leaves Venus and finishes its original mission, which is constructing an interstellar gate on the fringes of the solar system.
Okay.
Then the OPA are like, we have the biggest gunship in the quadrant. Whoever controls that gateway, when they realize that that's what it was,
Yeah.
like whoever controls that gateway is going to control all trade, and that needs to be us. This is the only way we are going to be taken seriously as a legitimate government. They fly the now rebranded OPAS Behemoth into the gateway and discover that the whatever alien intelligence controls the spaceway, the like pocket dimension between all of the gates.
Yeah.
They instituted a speed limit. Anything that goes over a certain speed immediately gets frozen and cannot move again. So the behemoth gets stuck in the middle of the space, which everybody begins to call the slow zone.
Yeah.
And because the behemoth is stuck in the slow zone, and because it is armed to the teeth, they rename it Medina after the trade city in the Middle East.
Okay.
And they rename it Medina Station. So I've spent almost half of my stream filling out a bug report about how at the time that this visit to the Pinkerton station happens, the Nauvoo should not exist. Because the Nauvoo was not called the Nauvoo until it was anchored in the slow zone.
You mean the Medina?
Right, sorry. Yeah, the Medina should not exist.
I was just following the thread back.
Right. The Medina should not exist because the Nauvoo was not called the Medina until it was anchored in the slow zone. And at the time that we would be, even assuming the longest transit time possible, to have gone from Eros to Pinkerton Station number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Pinkwater Station number 4. We're still before Eros crashed into Venus. The news report right before mentioning the Medina is talking about what's happening with Eros, and they didn't mention that Eros has started moving suddenly. So the Nauvoo should still be at Tycho Station under construction.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be political problems happening on the Latter-day Saints ship Nauvoo. And the Medina doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll see that bug report and realize the massive lore mistake that they've made and fix it, because otherwise I will not be the only Behemoth the Expanse fanboy that will be up in arms. I was like, with respect, and you guys, I'm writing this because you guys are usually very accurate about your lore.
Yeah.
So, I just want you to get it right. This is where you've effed up, and it's a really, really massive F up. All right, now to go Mike's hot and get into game.
Oh, you've been hot on my end for a while.
Oh, well,
about 2/3 of that rant.
About
2/3 of that rant has been captured. You're good.
Okay. Well,
I was gonna say, now that we're 20 minutes in, I can go ahead and fucking put the game on screen.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I get a handful of viewers that watch my either my re-uploads or my YouTube Vods.
Yeah.
And so, like, someone who heard me ranting about that in real time doesn't need to listen to it again.
Sure they do. That's why it's on my end.
Boom.
I need to remember what the fuck I was doing, to be fair, or what I was gonna do.
Oh, wait. This game has 0 controller support, and I haven't spent the time to configure Steam input.
Did you forget?
I did. I forgot. I was about to turn on my game controller and was like, no, this is keyboard and mouse. It's like I think the only game that I played with a controller yesterday. They have controller support.
Yeah, Green Hill
and
does.
Fugi is... No. On my the Expanse, Osiris Reborn has really good controller support. their controller support's currently better than their keyboard support because the controller you can remap the keys, and
Okay.
currently for keyboard and mouse you cannot customize your controls.
Fair enough.
And there were too many buttons.
Too many buttons. Like every mech game ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. I should stream Steel Battalion.
You should what?
I should stream Steel Battalion.
Oh, Steel Battalion.
Yeah.
I heard I should stream in Steel Battalion, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What code are we speaking in?
Gibberati. No, I should stream Steel Battalion. I don't even remember if I've beaten that game.
That doesn't usually have an impact on whether you should stream it or not. If
No,
anything,
but
it means that you should stream it.
Yeah. It's such a good game too. I spent more money than it would have cost me to buy the game playing the game at a like LAN gaming center that had a little console corner set up.
Yeah.
And then by the time I could afford to buy the game, it was impossible to find it.
Mm.
And then around the time that the Xbox, shortly after the Xbox 360 launched,
Mm-hmm. So around
my
2006.
a really good friend of mine got his dream job working for GameStop.
Oh, unfortunate.
And while he was there, someone came in to try to sell a complete inbox copy of Steel Battalion. And the manager was like, "We would love to buy that from you, but we don't have the shelf space for it." Foogie's being Foogie again.
I don't know why you've been having issues with it.
Oh, you know what? The trick that usually works didn't work, so let me... Where's the... There it is. I bet if I do here, and then I do... where is the button? Refresh cache of current page.
Refresh. I may or may not have gotten on Green Hell this morning and finished up that fucking guard tower that was bugging me.
Okay, it's not that. It's just not wanting to work.
Strange. You can disable it today if you want, if you don't want to deal with it. Don't bother me none.
I mean, I just want it to work.
I understand that.
Yeah, see, the web page says it's good to go.
Well, that's the web page. That's
Yeah. All right, we're turning that off.
it's biased information at best.
Yeah.
I say you can always find out what's wrong with it later,
Or just not.
or just not.
Oh, right, I have to transition.
Or you can just hit
It's on
the
the
eyeball
studio
next to
mode.
my fucking.
No, I did, but sources when you're in studio mode, sources only affects the preview panel.
That sounds like there are only disadvantages to studio mode then.
I like it because I can see what I can make sure that my scene is working correctly before it publishes.
I'll just fucking let it. I'll just let the flaws be visible.
On the downside, it also is the reason why I've left my BRB screen up for like an hour while I was actually playing and talking and stuff.
That sounds about right.
Let's try this.
Always forget there's an animation for the prayers. So I'll hit the button, then immediately start walking and accidentally cancel myself out of it.
Okay, where? All right, let me look at my. Okay, they put it in part. It's under the character screen now. Skills, weaponsmithing. That's what I want to work on right now.
I was working on cooking still. So I've gone back out to get more berries. And also more boar and deer hides. Or not hides, but carcasses. Let's say I'm just roaming the valley right now.
Iron.
It's fine, I can use that. I still make links.
That doesn't even. That's not right.
What's not right?
Freaking AI summary is misleading me.
Well, I mean, it's AI. Two-thirds
Right.
of its shit is bull.
That is, I was like weaponsmith power leveling, Pax Day 2026 weaponsmith power leveling guide, and
There needs to be a player count in order to get you this information.
it's giving me blacksmithing, not
Ah,
weaponsmithing. It's saying level 7 to 11 iron knife blades, then iron crossguards, which is no longer an item in the game, and iron arrowheads, which, yeah, that makes sense. Then bars, nails, wires, buckets, and studs for 11 to 15. And then it says to spam specialized tools like leatherworking and tailoring tools, but those are now made. The non-basic versions of those are now made by those crafts.
there's a couple bowls just floating in the sky over here. Oh, actually, they might be like sconces. They're fucking, they're shaped like bowls and floating in the sky. Also, a large chunk of the boardwalk is just gone, by the way.
Yeah, because
I know that people were moving about and everything, but I didn't expect this much shit to be gone when we came back in a week.
yeah, my mailbox is gone.
Oh no, I hope there was nothing in there.
Nothing of import. But yeah, my
Mailbox was on your
is gone.
property.
It was on the extension of my property,
Uh,
which doesn't exist anymore because Stormy moved.
Someone put up a big ass like decorative fence over here too, like, around their property. I guess everyone's moving to the road instead of the lake.
Yeah, well, the road or the other side of the road.
Well, that's still the road.
Well, no, so like up the hill and stuff is all like where they want to build the clan city.
Fair. Just the way you phrased that was, yes, the road or the other side of the road, like it was a different thing instead of being on the hill past the road.
Yeah, on the hill past the road, because all of the spots along the road have already been taken.
It's unfortunate, and they should fix that by bullying the people
Oof.
that were there.
Um,
What's up?
something about Stormy being gone has tanked my frame rate. I just
Interesting.
came over here to his now empty lot, and I'm getting like 8 frames per second.
Interesting. I have zero answers
It
for you
is.
about that.
Well, I know what I need to do.
Adjust your settings.
No, I need to get a better video card.
Well, I mean, aside from paying $1,200, you could just adjust your settings.
Um, I saw a thing yesterday that is almost definitely a scam.
Then don't fall for
That
it.
that is little enough that like I could. I mean, technically, I could afford to fall for it in the hopes that it is legit. But like my first thing was I went to this. I was just looking for prices on stuff,
Yeah.
and I was like, I wonder if I can find like a used 4090. And I saw this listing for a RTX 4090 for $395.
Mm-hmm.
Which like if I buy that and I get scammed, my credit card company's going to give me the money back. But especially if I, screenshots and receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I recognized the name of the website and I was like, this is a company that sells lawn equipment. Why is there a listing for an RTX video card on their website?
Because they were an AI front.
No, well, maybe, but they're like, no, I know this company. I know people who have done business with this company. They're a major lawn equipment retailer in the Philadelphia area.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a website that does, then they do distribute to the entire country for online sales. But so I went to their contact us and was like, "Hey, are you aware of this listing?" and and then I was checking out some of their other listings. I went to like one of their like riding mowers, one of their
Mm-hmm.
commercial grade riding mowers, and I was like, let me like get halfway through the checkout process and see what happens. And the checkout process for their lawnmower listing went through Shop Pay.
Mm.
The checkout for the video card listing is PayPal.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's a scam.
Yeah, no, somebody hacked their web server and posted that listing.
Neat.
So I got a reply back from them this morning about, because like I said, I sent them a customer service email and was like, hey, are you aware of this listing that's like something that your business wouldn't normally be selling?
Yeah.
And I got an email back from them this morning that was like, thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. We are having our webmaster bring that page down as soon as possible, because that was not us.
I mean, at least they were open about being the mistake, and not like trying to bury it.
Yeah. Um, so, but I almost was like, at that price, it's worth the risk. Because even if I like, not worst case scenario, but like the middle ground scenario is that it's like that it's a legitimate listing, but it's a busted card. I could part out a 4090 for more than $400. Like if there are any working components on that card, I can part it out for and get my money back.
Sure.
So,
But is that
um,
really worth all that shit?
maybe if there's enough working components, and I could
I
like
meant the hassle and the fucking potential
look. I
risk on.
wouldn't I wouldn't buy one for like I wouldn't buy a known bad card with the intent of repairing it because my soldering skills aren't that good.
Mhm.
But like I can desolder components and package them in anti-static bags and pop them on eBay. That's not a problem.
See,
I like
I imagined you with a rusty file going, yeah, I can desolder that.
I have solder braid.
It's like I'm
I have
sure
a
you have the equipment to do
I
stuff
have a
with, but
I have a
it's one of those like
USB.
my brain's like fucking innate fucking image projections. Like this is funniest though.
I have a USB soldering iron that I bought for shits and giggles, thinking that it was going to be the biggest waste of money I've ever spent. And mind you, it was $20, but I was expecting it to me complain about wasting this $20 more than I complain about the cost of my current video card. And the it works surprisingly well. You definitely have to hook it up to a power source that supports modern USB power delivery standards.
Yeah.
But like it only takes about a minute longer to heat up than my AC like plug it directly into the wall soldering iron. That makes me super nervous to work with because a frayed wire on that thing means I electrocute myself.
Mm.
A frayed wire, a frayed USB cable you won't even feel that.
No,
So
it's insulated all the way through.
no, I mean even if it weren't, it's only 12 volts.
Oh, fair. Now you'll feel that it'd just be a lot less. You never licked a fucking 9 volt? Same experience.
Well, that's
It's direct
electricity directly
contact,
to
yeah.
muscle.
But regardless, my point standing, it's going to be a similar experience on that level because of the power difference and the more direct it should be pretty equivalent. Don't want your bones. Bones on the floor.
So anyway, but I'm thinking about. I've been looking at benchmark data for this game specifically, and I'm actually thinking about getting an ATI RX 9070, I think it is.
I don't know much
Uh,
beyond like NVIDIA graphics cards and some Intel ones. Oh, oh, there's my frames back.
uh, Yeah, the RX 9070 XT, which is AMD's like current flagship graphics chipset.
Sure.
It allegedly, according to benchmarks, it runs comparably to like a 5070, but it's only $400.
So that makes me leery because I know a company that
Um,
likes to hype itself.
well, no, I'm not listening to AMD's numbers. I'm looking at independent third-party benchmarks like Linus Tech Tips, Puget Systems.
See, Linus Tech Tips.
Uh,
I know they're legit, and I know they're official. But man, that name sounds so unprofessionally, unrealistically not professional
uh-huh.
that it's like I had a hard time believing they were real at first.
Yeah, and they're like one of my favorite tech sources.
No, that's fair. Like everything I've learned from them has been fully legit. It's just a case of unfortunately you named yourself something silly, so now you seem a little silly in my brain.
Yeah, but so anyway, I'm going off of their benchmarks, and I'm thinking about like I said my wife has agreed that when Intel Celestial launches, I can buy a Celestial card for to see if it performs better than my 3070 Ti,
Fair.
which it should because I've looked at like Pax Day performance and um a Battle Mage B580 performs at least as good. And in some circumstances in this game, in certain situations, significantly better
Yeah.
than my Sir Chugs a lot over here.
Ah, you're doing fine.
And all right, let's see if it happens again. We're gonna walk over. We're just gonna walk over to Stormy's empty lot and whip the camera around a couple times. And okay, now I'm getting a solid 30. So
Something had to
I,
load in the chunk or something and did it kind of
yeah.
harshly, is what it sounds like.
Um, but yeah, so I did. So anyway, I'm thinking about renegotiating that deal and seeing if she'll let me buy an RX, the RX 9070, like right now,
I got you, Bob.
and instead of getting a Celestial, because I spent I spent as much time on yesterday's stream getting my settings dialed in to a playable level as I did filing that lengthy bug report complaining about their lore error.
There you go, Gob. Oh, now I gotta go back outside. Just a second. I know where the nearest grass is from here. It's right here. There. I have touched the first bit of grass I could find.
Hmm.
No. You get one.
Go find new grass.
This whole game is grass. Oh, someone just left the clan. Someone just like deuces.
Douches. I wish the windmills were spin.
You have to be a good boy for that.
Then again, with how much my system chugs playing this game, that would be just having animated windmills would probably break me.
You, me, everybody else who plays the game, you know. Processed, unprocessed.
Oh,
Stop.
that might be this might be my favorite goth industrial album of all time.
You're gonna have to tell me which one.
Oh, I just put it on play. I didn't put it on shuffle.
You are a
So
good boy,
that would
Gob.
be Icons of Coil,
Oh,
Machines R
Icon of
Us.
Coil, yeah. That's Andy's second project. And the third one is his solo stuff, so...
I was like, I'm just going to listen to the slip. And then I didn't even look at the rest of the playlist. I was like, I'm going to listen to the entirety of the slip and then I'll put it on random. And then I heard the intro to Machines R Us and was like, well, I know how I'm spending my next hour and 13 minutes.
I'm just fucking... Mine just queued up Static X. I'm pleased.
You inside and out. Well, I guess I shouldn't say I'm very old school in my courtship rituals, considering that I have not initiated any courtship rituals since I met the woman that is now my wife. And that was 20 something years ago at this point. So making someone a mix CD wasn't really old school
Yeah.
25 years ago. God, I've been with the same woman for a quarter century. And I was like, what do you mean? I've got 2 girlfriends. And they're like, no, trust me, you're a monogamist. They were right.
You just hadn't figured it out yet, motherfucker.
I don't know.
Also,
But
Gob, I
yeah.
just watched that video you sent me. Your cat is absolutely having a Katy Perry moment.
Hmm.
It's just fucking the beginning of Firework, where Katy Perry is saying, "Do you ever feel like a plastic bag with his cat in there, just fucking burrowing in a plastic bag?" 10 out of 10 video. I'm very pleased to have seen that today.
Refuse, reuse, replace.
I leveled up my cooking again. Yay. Oh my god, raspberry syrup went from moderate to easy. How much longer before I can make the fucking bench more easily? Because then I gotta source the materials. The fucking cooking bench was still out of reach last time. Are you continuing to build the house when you're about to fucking let it decay?
Yes.
Explain your logic, please.
There is none.
Okay.
I was just looking to see. I just like a bit of curiosity and wanted to see if that piece would fit there, and it doesn't. So
Fair. I just looked over and you were fucking in the crafting guild or crafting visuals, and I'm like, oh no, his wires
the
got
angle
crossed.
isn't quite right. So I'm gonna go mine some iron.
Fair.
So anyway, when I first started dating the woman that is now my wife, the one of the things that I did was I made her a mix CD, a mix CD of what my uh, Tism brain
Yeah,
considers appropriate love songs, and half of it was Icon of Coil.
sounds about right. There are worse directions to go in.
Oh yeah. Oh, ooh, that is a screenshot.
What'd you do?
Turn interface off. Come over here. Make a pose. My shit-eating grin.
Still need the water. I don't know what I'm doing. Is the clan hall staying where it is, or is that being shifted as well?
I think like where like the mailboxes and the storage room, the storerooms and stuff are.
Yeah,
Like all of Lord Scar's stuff is staying right where it is.
that's what I meant. Was that to me is the clan hall?
Yeah.
Where all of the clan stuff is stored is the clan hall to me.
If you oh, is this the big? I wonder if this is that big fence you were talking about.
No. That's way bigger. It was just a wooden fence, like closer to the lake. Still, that one.
Yeah. So right across the
Okay.
street from that.
I'm on delay, so I was seeing the other side where they built the logo.
Yeah. I was screenshotting is
Okay.
the logo.
I did a pretty good job with that.
That is cool. That is.
I say, if you came here for riveting gameplay today, this is not the day for it. This is relaxation day. Last night was more riveting than this by comparison. We at least have some action in that one.
Bum 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 bum. I got very bad, very sad news this morning, and I did not do any of the stuff that I was supposed to do before stream.
Oh,
I spent all of the time that I was supposed to be working on home maintenance tasks. I spent the entire time standing in the Lithia Plaza parking lot, talking to my favorite barista, because my favorite barista is not going to be a full-time barista any longer.
oh,
And I was like, well, what about your partner? And so I also finally learned my favorite barista's name.
okay,
Um, uh, her name is Corporal Beth.
okay.
She is a corporal with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
Hmm.
She is the corporal over DUI and traffic enforcement,
Okay.
which is my favorite group of people or uniformed people that are non-military. She is also a former Navy NCO.
Fair enough.
She was a warrant officer when she retired. Um, so and that's where she got her connections for for sourcing her 100% Kona coffee that she sells, was because she was stationed at the Navy base on the Big Island.
Fair. That makes
Um,
sense.
yeah. And I was like, you don't look Hawaiian. Um, but Beth and her partner Chrissy, she like when they started this business, they did everything in Chrissy's name because they were expecting that Chrissy was going to be the full-time barista because Beth makes more money with the sheriff's office than Chrissy makes as a teacher,
Yeah.
and um, they were doing really well. The first time that I actually talked to them about the business, they were like, "We're probably not going anywhere, though. We're going to talk to the management of the plaza to see if we can see if we can move to the over. There's a power pole by the road that has a place that they could plug into."
Yeah.
And they were like, "We want to see if we can move close to the parking lot, closer to the road, so that street traffic can see our signage better."
Yeah.
In the hopes that that'll bring in more customers. And hopefully that'll bring in more customers than the customers that we will lose from the convenience of being right next door to the donut shop.
Yeah.
Um, Now that I know that she's a corporal with the HCSO, I know why she's set up next to a donut shop.
Fair enough.
I made that joke. She appreciated that joke. But they are giving up the full-time business. They are going to, for the time being, for the foreseeable future, they're going to an events-only model. Because uh, the sheriff has decided that she would be a better resource to the department as a day shift, in charge of day shift enforcement
Oh,
instead of
fun.
overnight. So I'm like, aren't you taking a pay cut for that? And she goes, yeah, well, yeah, I would be if I were hourly, but I'm salaried, and salaried deputies don't receive shift differential.
Fair enough.
Okay. I was like, well, at least you're not getting a pay cut for the inconvenience of losing your small business. But yeah, that was my sad news. Is my favorite coffee shop is gonna be basically weekends only.
I mean, at least you're still gonna
Um,
have access to it at some points.
yeah. Well, I got her phone number and Chrissy's phone number, so that because I haven't had a coffee from them in a long time because I can't drink a lot of coffee anymore because
Yeah.
of the GLP slowing down my digestive tract. I absorb way too much of the caffeine and get jittery too easily.
Fair.
Um, and so I'm jittery right now because I had a tea and a coffee while I was out. I was out there talking to her from 8 o'clock in the morning until noon. just shooting the breeze, talking about a bunch of different stuff, and um, I got her number, I got her partner's number. Um, I told them I'm not really big on social media, and they're like, well, after the first time that you message us to get your fix, we'll message you about where we are going to be, so that you'll know what events we're going to be at.
That's nice, at least.
And I was like, yeah, it's cool. Um, and then I was like, if you ever need to hire somebody, uh, I may be old, but I am highly adaptable. I train well. Um, and I already know how to operate. I already know how to do pour over coffee with a V60. So, um, and she was like, "Oh, that's good. Most people don't even know what a V60 is." So, um, but I was like, and I know how to. I was like, I know how to operate the machine for filling the cup for the espresso machine, but I've never used an automated espresso machine before. I've only ever done stovetop espresso.
Yeah.
Um, because the machine is overkill if you're only making like one cup a day.
I found some left in the game lorem ipsum.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at my screen.
Uh, let's see if you're still. Oh my gosh, you're not my. There it is. You're not the first suggestion that comes up when I start typing Twitch anymore. Okay. Boom. Oh, the holding text.
Yeah, just full lorem ipsum. Try and craft one of these here in a bit. Let's see how much I have of what. And see what I need. Because at medium, I should be able to probably get it made. I have to go figure out what I have of what. Also, my spit roast is... Take all my Langers links that I left from last week.
So anyway, I got their numbers. They when they made this decision, they were like, we need to do something to like take care of our regular customers who have regular orders, to give them the option to be able to like do this at home.
Yeah.
And so like when I pulled up, she goes, like, the first thing she says is, before I take your order, which I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna do. I was like, yeah, I am that predictable. Um, it's like, before I confirm that you want your usual, I need to tell you that this is going to be our last week at this or any other location, and until further notice. Like, we have the following events lined up if you want to check us out there, and but also to thank you for being a very regular customer. Here's a complimentary bag with here's a complimentary gift bag that's got 6 servings of your favorite tea in it. And I was like, oh, that is so awesome. That thank you so much. And she goes, if you want a second one, it's $13.
That's not bad, though, honestly.
I was like, yeah, for a black tea infused with fair trade Hawaiian grown cocoa nibs.
Yeah.
Um, so good. Um, oh, that reminds me. When my wife gets up to go to work today, I need to talk to her about a thing that she may or may not be super excited about. Still need to refinance the house, but we are there was a period where we were still really looking for like something that we could do to like move out of, well, preferably to move out of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But oh shit, it's friggin' Inquisition. Anyway, but we were wanting to just like get out of Florida and get into go to a place that's more intellectually friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go to a place where the climate is even more mild than, West Central Florida.
I wouldn't call this fucking place mild.
Well,
It's mild part of the year.
right, and extremely hot the rest of the year. So more mild would be a place that doesn't get as hot.
My main concern is no catastrophic storms every year. Because that's why I'm saying it's not fucking mild.
Well, okay, we have vastly different stances on that due to what we live in. As a person who lives in a concrete block home that has already survived direct hits from major storms with less than $1 worth of damage, a fucking hurricane don't bother me at all, man.
That's just luck on your side at that point. Give
Well,
it time. You'll get your shit slapped in. You stay here long enough. Everybody does.
I mean, I've been here for
You've been a
45
homeowner
years.
for how long?
15.
That's not enough time in Florida with some of these fucking people getting hit in their fucking later years.
My grandmother has owned a house in Tampa for 65 years now. And the most damage that she has ever received from a storm was like a handful of roof tiles that got peeled off on a roof that she had already paid to have the roofer come out to re-roof a week later.
Your anecdotal luck stories don't change the fact that everybody runs out eventually.
It's not luck. It's buying a house that's designed to withstand those conditions.
Shit doesn't matter after a certain point. Once the water comes up over your fucking ankles, it's over. And this whole state's going under, bitch.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why my short list of places that I would rather live starts with
just speeding up the erosion.
My short list of places that I want to live. The top of that list is a place that the climate is completely incompatible with my lifestyle, but because the primary goal of my lifestyle is to never have to deal with winter. And if I move to the Netherlands, dealing with winter is going to be a fact of life.
Well,
but
the thing that nobody seems to get down here about winter is that your body adjusts better to cold than it does heat. You can always add more layers.
No, I get that. I've dealt with winter. It's still not worth the hassle.
It absolutely is by comparison.
We are going to have to agree to disagree on that one.
I'd rather be in physical pain from the cold than have to worry about getting flooded out. Any day.
The last hurricane broke all previous rainfall records for my neighborhood, and the water didn't even get halfway up my driveway apron. I'm sure eventually some storm will dump enough water that I will have to use my flood insurance, but I have flood insurance. I'm not.
Good luck getting a fucking payout from them. They will do everything to shiest you, and you know that.
I will absolutely get a payout from them because they will be grateful for the fact that for all of the time that I have owned this house, I have been subsidizing everybody else that has flood insurance because I'm paying for flood insurance that I don't legally have to have.
You're just a number. They're not going to fucking care about you.
also I'm with I'm with one of those small client owned insurance companies.
Still an
So
insurance company.
yeah.
Insurance companies, end of day, are still just a scam to get
Um,
you out of money
well,
that should just be protected by the
they're
natural state
they're
of
a non
things.
they're a it's a nonprofit organization. So
Then it's not an insurance company.
no, it's a nonprofit insurance agency.
That's an
Um,
oxymoron.
they are not allowed at the end of the fiscal year. They are not allowed to keep more than 50% over the estimated cost of fully replacing the all of the properties that they insure, and all of that money stays in a trust to
Oh.
ensure that they can, in the event of worst case scenario, they have enough money to rebuild every house that they insure. And that's why I stayed with this company. There are cheaper options, but those cheaper options, I'd have to deal with like them fighting for a payout. I've never been denied a claim. There have been times where I've called them about a claim, and they have said, you don't want to go this route because it'll be cheaper for you to do this entirely on your own out of pocket. And then I call contractors and find out that they're telling me the truth. That because of the way that things have to be handled for an insurance company, there's certain things that they would have to do for meeting insurance guidelines that they don't have to do if I'm paying out of pocket, that would make the job cheaper.
Hmm.
Um, when the insurance company's like, you don't want to do that, it'll be cheaper than your deductible if you go this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love that.
It's like almost
And I'm
never
like,
a
okay,
thing
well,
because most of them are just going to take your money and run.
right. Um,
So I think you
Tower
understand
Hill.
why I find it hard to believe.
Yeah. So the anyway, I want to go to the Netherlands because because so long as the United States continues to go through a cycle of electing people who aren't competent enough to do anything, and then people who are actively evil and undoing all of the good, especially the environmental legislation. Um, as long as the United States does not continues to not play ball on the environmental stage, sea levels are going to continue to rise, and there is only one country that has a um, that has been waging war against the ocean for the entirety of its history and winning, and that's the Netherlands.
Sounds about right, honestly.
When Venice was like, "Hey, we need to stop these cruise ships from eroding our island," um, they called Venice. Venice called the Netherlands
Yeah.
and was like, "Can you save us?" And the Netherlands engineers were like, "Absolutely, but you have to do exactly what we say." And then Venice was like, "That's a little bit too expensive. We're going to cut some corners." And now it's not their flood prevention measures aren't working because they didn't listen.
Yeah.
And the Venetian authorities are yelling at the Dutch engineers like, "You didn't do this right." And the Dutch engineers were like, "No, you didn't listen to us. You wanted to cut corners." So, but my other thing is that I don't want to deal with I don't like seasons. I just want like a place that's comfortable all year round. And
Two
in the
thirds of seasons are perfectly fine. It's just
for
summer that
the
sucks.
right, and that's why I continue to live here. But
Oh, they changed how
uh,
this looks. That's why I couldn't find the storeroom at first. I didn't realize that they had built a staircase over the entrance to the storeroom.
the Oh, okay. What can I drop? That.
You can have all my syrup, Lord Scar. Enjoy. All the syrup I've made the past 2 weeks is now in one of the fucking donation boxes. Just to clear space for me.
We So anyway, like, do you know where the just off of average daily temperatures, do you know what place has the best climate in the United States?
Maine.
No.
I mean, it's an objective stance, so yes, for me.
Okay, well, yeah, if you average out their extremes, probably. But I'm sorry, I said average daily temperature. I should have said median daily temperatures.
I know, but you also said best, which is an objective stance.
You mean subjective?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Objective. I'm always right.
San Diego.
That doesn't surprise me considering the sea breeze coming off the coast.
Yeah. Their median daily temperature is 72 degrees.
Yeah, the sea breeze helps a lot. For a lot of coastal cities, that's the case. But like they are in a prime spot away from the equator enough to be a little more comfy.
And I was talking to Beth about her time at the naval base in Hawaii, and she was like, if I could afford to go back and live on the Big Island, I would go back and live on the Big Island because she was like, I was stationed there for 3 years, and in 3 years we had 4 days where it was hotter than 80 degrees.
Fair enough.
And we never had a day that was colder than 65. And I was like, yeah, and that's why I've been trying to convince my wife that she needs to get a job at the hospital in Hilo. And that's the thing I need to talk to my wife about, because she asked me to pull her resumes from a bunch of websites that I had posted them to for us to find jobs somewhere else for us to move to. And I missed one, and I got a call last night from a recruiter from the big hospital in Hilo, whose name I can't remember. But they want to recruit her for their new palliative care department. And they want and based on her resume, which needs to be updated and is much better than for this position than the copy that they have access to. They want her to be the chief nursing officer for this department, which my wife doesn't really want to be management, but if I told her exactly what they would expect of her for this job, I think that she would want to go for it.
Fair.
But she rejected Hawaii once before because in order to be a nurse in Hawaii, you have to have you have to do this class to get this certification that's like it's a course on nursing with limited resources, or healthcare with limited resources, because the fact that Hawaii is out in the middle of the Pacific, it's closer to Japan than it is to the United States.
Fair.
And
I'm gonna have to give you a pause on that. I gotta step away for a second. I will be back shortly. I'm gonna be right back. The stream as well. Might be because they're on the other side of the glass. What do you mean? Asshole. I'm offended. The window ate my shot despite not being there. Keep getting par. I'm happy with that.
I love Slider's like little hat. So cute.
Cowboy, baby. They don't have a turtle-based hat.
I thought you were saying it was a fake Australian.
Yeah, that's
Crocodile no D.
Crocodile no D. I'm fucking dead.
Oh, that was good.
That's
Oh,
really
you
great.
made me fuck up.
I almost spit my fucking food out.
You're welcome.
Oh, hi guys.
I'm just
Y'all
swinging
are
at random
sleeping.
over there.
Got one.
Stop sleeping.
I don't think that got either of us.
Well, my work here is done.
There you go.
I feel better.
If only it left them on the ground and you had to pick them up manually. You could walk away.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not.
There.
Good luck in the bayou. I wonder how a bear would deal with harpoon.
About as well as anything would. God damn it, you jumped in the way of my spear.
Hey, I'm not alone anymore.
I tried to
look at
kill
all
him.
hands go.
Tried to kill him, it didn't quite work.
Did you see Bella charge right past both of you?
The fucking tricycle fucker? Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Right past both of you, directly at me.
Cobb doesn't realize.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You see its face?
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
I really cared for it to begin with.
I kind of hate it a little bit.
You
lot
got
of
a
it.
nut.
Civilian, do not.
Oh, there's something wrong with him on my screen.
Oh, there it's
That is
yeah,
a
mine too.
graphical glitch.
Sorry about that, folks. Here I am. My stomach had opinions about things that I ate last night, I think. So,
Oh.
it was not exactly a pleasant trip away, but it was a trip away.
I may have to get used to similar things because that's a side effect of the medication I'm on as the dosage increases.
Join the IBS crew.
Basically.
Understand how Dan and I suffer on the daily.
And like I'm used to my stomach not having opinions about anything ever.
Yeah, those days may be over for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, at least in the short term.
Yeah.
I don't plan on so most people are like, in order to keep the weight off that you got off on these drugs, you have to stay on them forever, but eventually you go down to a maintenance dosage once you reach your goal weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my goal is to have spinal surgery. So like when I have maintained my goal weight long enough to that my insurance company will approve the surgery, the plan after that is to come off the drug entirely. So,
I mean, as long as you think it's a good idea and your doctor does too.
Well, the theory here is that like the primary cause of me being overweight is my lack of physical activity. My lack of physical activity is largely caused by the fact that I am in constant pain.
Understandable.
So,
I'm more just saying, like, if the doctor tells you to, like, fucking maintain it for a while afterwards, I'd probably listen to him for a bit.
Yeah. I actually have to go off of it for the surgery.
Fair enough.
So it's a matter of like, do they want to go through the trouble of getting me back on it? Because my wife had to go off of it. She had surgery on her elbow.
Yeah.
And she had to come off of it. You have to discontinue it like a month before surgery, because it can really screw up how your body metabolizes the anesthesia.
Makes sense.
And so she, like, after being off of it for a month, she had to start over from scratch. She had to go all the way back to the introductory dosage and work her way back up. And like, I don't want to go through all that again.
Nah, understandable.
And it's more annoying for me because I'm on a daily oral drug instead of a weekly injectable.
Fair.
Because if I was on a weekly injectable, I'd be dealing with weekly panic attacks. Because I'm a pussy.
So I don't have a problem with the concept of needles. My issue comes with, like, people get on me because, like, you have tattoos. Why don't you like getting stuck? I'm like, it's not the getting stuck part. It's the difference in dermal versus subdermal. That gives me the willies, number one. And then on top of that is IVs have a whole different issue of me being restrained. Gives me panic attacks, and that counts as being restrained for me. So that's where that comes from. So every time my doctor gets my fucking blood pressure, if I'm doing my fucking vitals and everything first, they're like, why is your blood pressure so? I'm like, I'm fucking terrified.
White coat hypertension. There's a name for that.
Well, it's not even like I'm not scared of the doctor. I'm scared of having to get my blood drawn because they always fucking do it. It's like it's an IV temporarily, and I hate it.
All right, got my iron going.
Say I'm just kind of powering through, crafting a bunch of shit. Yeah, lard and fucking tallow don't even show up as like experience gain anymore with how fucking because they're mastered. It's just to get them out of my inventory, getting the suet and everything out of my inventory.
I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Commence the jiggling, y'all.
So anyway, the last time we were talking about taking a job offer in Hawaii, my wife was like, I don't want to go back to, I don't want to do the training course to get the certification for medical care on limited resources that's necessary to be a healthcare worker in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But I think when I tell her what they're offering for this position and what their expectations are for her, that that she might want to jump at this opportunity. And
Fair.
I like volcanoes. Like, I don't care about her. Well, no, I like a good hurricane party. But I like volcanoes, and they don't get more. Volcanoes don't get any more predictable than Kilauea.
Since it's in the Pacific, isn't it called something else other than hurricane there?
I think they might still be hurricanes for Hawaii and typhoons everywhere else.
Okay.
I know that when they spawn in the Pacific and are heading toward California, they are still called hurricanes.
Fair. I wasn't sure. That was an earnest question.
So I think Hawaii's still. Anyway, I don't know. I have no idea what the differentiation, what the technical differentiation is.
That's a totally valid statement. Not knowing, I was just genuinely curious if you had that information on hand.
Nope.
Fair enough.
That's one of those things I'll become an expert on if I move to Hawaii, though.
Understandable.
I've already found a property that's like if we can one, refinance our house, and then two, either rent it or sell it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd prefer to rent the house out than sell it, but anyway, I found a nice property. It's got enough land that I can do stuff. I'm looking at two options for if my wife decides she wants to take this job. One of them is living in the city of Hilo, buying a condo, and the other is a rural property outside the city because Hilo doesn't have suburbs. It goes straight from urban to rural.
I'm gonna interrupt you for just a moment once I get this recipe up in my fucking inventory.
And
you happen to have bronze sheets and copper ingots on hand, and also maybe some limestone.
I definitely have limestone.
Okay. I can make the bronze sheets if you have the stuff that I would need to fucking smelt and shit.
The ingots.
Well, even I can make the ingots too. I can do that. I have the ability to make them. I only have 3 bronze ingots.
Yeah, I just don't know if the chests those things are in are open.
That's why I'm asking if you have them, because if so, then I will wait until you come back. That's not a problem.
I'm back.
Okay. Because I have 3 bronze ingots that I can hammer into sheets. I just need, I think, 4 sheets.
Nope. I have
4 bronze sheets.
I have 4 bronze ingots. Let me check the upstairs. I have copper.
I don't know if I don't know if I have the ability to make copper ingots. I need 4 of those. I need 4 bronze sheets. I need 30 limestone, and the rest of it I can source because I know where it is.
All right, 4 copper ingots.
Yep.
Alright.
Go source the other things. Nope. I wish I could pin a recipe while I'm fucking trying to do the thing, instead of having to open the journal and search it up every time.
Nope. Okay, I don't have the bronze sheets.
No, if you have a like a bronze ingot or two, I should be able to make them myself.
I have 4 bronze ingots. I've got 4 copper ingots. You said something about limestone?
Yeah, I need 30 limestone. Need to find my cooking tools. I set them down the other day. Okay, there's the charcoal too. Give me that. Where did I set them? I feel like they're in a chest by themselves somewhere. I've forgotten which chest they're in. Wait. There you go.
All right. They're in the trade basket.
Alrighty. Thank you. Alright, so should have nice somewhere in these boxes, and if not, it's the easiest one to come across.
All right. All right. The next quality of life improvement I want for this game is the ability to reorganize crafting queues.
Oh, fair.
I don't even care if they never give us the ability to like remove an item from the queue and get the resources back.
Yeah.
I just want the ability to like put something in the queue and then make it the next thing to come up when the current one is done. I want to be able to put something in the queue and have it go directly to the or be able to drag it into the number 2 slot and make it the next thing the crafter works on.
Fair. I got 2 bronze sheets out of that. Believe how expensive it is to make bronze sheets. It takes 4 ingots to make a single fucking set of sheets.
Yeah, it's
So dumb.
It's not the best.
It's awful. I still need another ingot to even get one more sheet, and I still need one more sheet after that. I had 3 ingots in my inventory ready to go, nothing more. So, I have to do some smelting.
Mm.
It's
Well,
fine. I'm piling all of the ingredients in one spot for when they are done. I'm gonna keep those in my inventory so I remember what I'm doing. The ADHD is never far. Copper and tin, correct?
Yeah, copper, tin, and sapwood.
Sapwood. Alright, I gotta go do some farming.
I was gonna be like, let's see what we can. Let's see what the market says. Oh, that's definitely the better buy. The market price on bronze ingots isn't bad.
Fair.
But the market price on bronze sheets is insane.
That doesn't surprise me considering the fucking cost of entry.
Okay, so a stack of 30 bronze ingots is 75.
I could pay that. Where at?
Let's see.
So I don't even remember how to search the marketplace.
You know where if you follow the road to the quarry,
which quarry?
where there's the first fork in the road, where it goes south into the Inquisition camp. It's right there. It's actually probably one of our clan members.
I don't know which fucking quarry you're talking about.
Oh, look at me stream.
Okay, switch over to my phone over here. I'm looking. I'm trying to see it.
We are here.
Okay, that direction. So you're talking going west.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the nearby quarry that's still in our zone.
How do I do the marketplace search again?
When from your like top menu, it's the stall. The icon that looks
there
like
it
a
is.
market stall.
Yeah.
Okay, so bronze ingots 30 for 75, but bronze sheets are 50 for 260.
Fair.
And the only person selling them is is across the river from the Petra.
Well, I'm going to go get the ingots because I don't mind doing a little work to get my sheets. They're trivial to make. I just fucking have to do the thing. I might as well collect clay while I'm out here, actually. Because I need 25 clay to do this.
All right, so to make 50 bronze sheets is 100 ingots.
I don't need 50. I only need 4.
Yeah.
Alright, I have enough clay. So when I loaded up our fucking green hell save this morning, I fucking got jump scared by an iguana that had made its way into the fence and was just like
The
rampaging.
hissy sound.
He was just rampaging, running around the fucking water collectors, and I'm like, are you okay, little guy? Do I need to put you down? And he kept running in circles, so I shot him, and he was at peace.
As a longtime native Floridian, I have to say that they made iguanas too harmless.
Iguanas are fine unless they're falling out of the tree because of the cold. That's the only real danger of them.
Yeah. The stories that Australians tell about the drop bears, right? Like
Sure.
the reason that koalas are called drop bears.
They're not. It's a different it's supposed to be a different subspecies. That's all lore.
Yeah. Allegedly, if you are going through eucalyptus forests, they'll like sometimes just fall out of the tree and maul you on the face. I've had a couple of friends down in the glades have that happen with iguanas. Like they didn't know the iguana was in the tree. They're just like walking through the swamp hunting pythons. And iguana falls out of tree and mauls their face with their massive claws. Mind you, most of the damage is superficial, but occasionally they nick an eyelid.
Alright, I'm making a small pilgrimage to go pick up some copper ingots now.
Got him.
What'd you get?
A stag.
Ah, nice. You feeling Children of Bodom right now? I don't think I am. Oh, Boar. Hello, Boar. Yes, interrupt me when I'm clicking out of the game. Thank you. Be dead. Much as I love Children of Bodom, not right now. Not feeling that much fucking... No. I'm just hitting next a couple times. That'll do. That'll be more fun. Black Dahlia Murder for the Soul. What do you think you're doing?
Looking for iron and killing stags.
Fair enough.
I don't feel like going all the way to the quarry that I just emptied out anyway.
Sure you do.
I mean,
you
it's
could
probably
go to one of
iron.
the bigger quarries where there's pure iron.
Yeah, but I can't use that yet.
That sounds like fucking bitch talk.
No, it's just a skill issue.
What about all of these deer up on this hill here that you haven't touched?
I haven't gotten there yet. Also, skill issue.
More like pacing issue.
Thanks for distracting that boar, though.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know why he aggroed on me. I wasn't near him.
But did you see me kill that stag as it was running away?
Nope. I was too busy mining gneiss.
Nice.
Gneiss.
It wasn't just a correction. It was also a statement of encouragement.
Send you out of my fucking inventory. I don't want that. Alright. I have enough nice to do at least one attempt at this. I'm on my way to go buy some copper ingots so I can make copper bars. Or maybe you can make copper bars if I don't have the level. Regardless.
No, you should be able to make copper.
We'll find out when I get there. First, I gotta go buy this shit. Oh, am I climbing the side of a mountain? Might be. I'm gonna go around.
I mean, dude, copper ingot is level 2 blacksmithing.
Okay. The bar is probably pretty close to that then. Fiddled with the mods for Lethal Company this week, so everyone was moving a little faster, and they didn't realize it right away. Some people were running off cliffs that they didn't know they could run off of because they were going so fast. So Gwen ran straight off into a fucking pit, and I'm like, oh, well, bye. Enjoy the vacation for the day. See, we hammered out the problems with the repo mod pack.
Really?
Yeah, they the problem was one of the mods was host only. It should only have been on for me, and it was on for everyone by default. So once we had everyone else turn that off, it was fine.
Awesome.
But we had some interesting problems before that time came. Trying to extract loot would just lead to a looping fucking extraction animation and no fucking payout. And it was a problem. I'll buy 2 stacks of this because it's cheap. Okay. I'm strong enough I can wipe an Inquisition camp by myself. So I'm not worried about gold too much. I'll harvest more over time. That or we'll go fucking back to the Wildlands area where that other faction was.
Pursuit. You know, this is weird. I hate I hate repetitive things, and yet I love Icon of Coil's Pursuit.
Fair.
Which is horribly repetitive.
Your statement of not liking repetitive things clashes with any of your enjoyment of electronic music to begin with. So, you know, take of that what you will.
I know.
Because electronic loops are exactly that, loops.
What was the meme? So there's the Dracula Symphony of the Night thing. Like, what is a man but a miserable pile of secrets?
What is electronic music but a miserable pile of loops? Yeah.
No, it was somebody was like, no, it's not a miserable pile of secrets. A man is a collection of oxymorons.
Also fair. I think both have their valid point. Coming from the legacy of Kain, I'm more inclined to lean on the side of Dracula, but mostly because the Shakespeareanism in it.
Oh, coming from Legacy of Kain. I find all other vampires to be lacking.
Oh, absolutely. No one tops Kane's
Like-
fucking menace.
Not even the menace. Not the menace. It's not the menace. It's the efficiency at which Kane consumes.
Well, there's that, but I'm talking like the fucking existential menace that he represents.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most impressive part of the storytelling to me. And pairing that with Raziel's fucking even further existential menacing.
I need to finish Soul Reaver 2.
Have you not?
And then the rest of the franchise.
Well, there's only one more game after that that actually is in timeline. Blood Omen 2 is almost canon. There's a lot of things that got disregarded because it was written by a different person. But Defiance is definitely worth playing.
And I mean, Blood Omen is one of my favorite games of all time.
The first one has a very steep barrier for entry as far as gameplay adjusting goes. Isometric fucking action RPGs are a little wonky for me. Especially because I played it on the PlayStation.
Yeah, those controls were horrible.
they struggled on the PlayStation especially hard. That's not designed. That's not. So many games for the PlayStation 1 were like, it's just for a mouse and keyboard, but you have a controller. Good luck. I'm like, I am 7. What do you want me to do with this?
I mean, Legacy of Kain was PlayStation first.
I know, but
and then PC.
You got to remember that the fucking design core was still very much inspired by PC point and click fucking isometric RPGs.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong part of the building. I'm not cooking right now. Although I do have things to put away real quick. I should empty my inventory of unnecessary things first. Okay, shiny rock box. Pretty sure I still have a sandbox. Unless I gave you all my sand. I can't rightly remember, honestly.
I don't know. Do you need sand?
No, I have sand, and I'm trying to remember if I have a place to put it or not. So I used to have a box that was just sand. No, I have a spot for it, though. That's fine.
Okay.
Most of my sand is gone from one use or another. I think I gave a lot of it to you at some point.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Alright, time to make an ass load of sheets and bars. Bronze sheet.
Oh, I shouldn't have taken that.
Took a lot.
I took half an oxy today, and it's making it hard for me to breathe.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I know that it can make some people's breathing depressed, which is not good.
Right. Well, and you know, just like the whole like caffeine, like I'm now hypersensitive to caffeine because it takes too long to get out of my system.
Yeah.
It's like the opiates are super effective now. They take longer to kick in, but when they kick in, they hit harder and they last longer.
So you had it backwards about the things that I could and could not craft. I was talking about the bronze, or one of us had it backwards. I was talking about the bronze bars, which I cannot do. So I can make the bronze or copper bars, which I cannot do. I can make copper ingots, but I have no crafting recipes with them yet because I'm not at level for them yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh no, they're not used. Copper ingots are only used in jewel crafting.
thought that's how you made bars.
Now, if you go to the jeweler's table, you should have like some copper jewelry patterns that are like level 1. Or it might be 10 first.
Okay, no, I'm stupid. I was just misreading shit. Alright, I have everything I need. Only gonna get one shot at it right now because I only have one set of cooking tools, but that's easily fucking remedied later. Just looking at all. Yeah, give it here.
Floating chests.
Yeah, there's a bunch of floating stuff out there.
Oh, I'm tempted.
What by?
There is a one of these floating chests is just clan, not clan elders, and it's full of charcoal, which I'm getting to the point where I might have to actually start making more charcoal.
How far from the house are you?
Not very.
Do you want to come approve my positioning for the cooking hearth? Even though we're moving soon?
No, you're good. I trust your judgment.
There it is.
I mean, I was on my way back anyway, because my inventory's almost full.
Fair. Cool, I now have access to a whole bunch better cooking stuff.
Let's try mixing drugs. Let's see how that works. Let's see if my inhaler will make me breathe easier, because that's what it's supposed to do. Never used it for something that wasn't obviously an asthma attack, but if I go uncharacteristically silent for too long, feel free to call 911, though.
I got you, buddy. Send me your address via Discord just in case. Like, legitimately,
yeah,
otherwise I have no way of sending them to where you need to go.
Facts.
I cooked the shit out of a bunch of stuff. My cooking XP is about to skyrocket.
All right, there. That base is covered.
Yep.
Everyone on stream just saw my address because the fucking Discord integration in the game.
Not on my side. You dox yourself only for your chat.
Well, let's see. The only viewer I have is you and my bots. So
you got away scot-free this time.
well, I'm gonna have to edit the VOD.
Got to be mostly scot-free this time.
We're about an hour 55 in. Okay.
Yep, I would say go an hour 54 just to be safe. Because if you go an hour 55, you'll be just past it.
How much bigger? Oh, it is significantly bigger than the basic.
And it is also giving me all my fucking stew recipes and access point.
And
Yellow.
I still have only lard and tallow.
This is one of the easiest skills that I've fucking worked on, to be honest. Remember where all my fucking ingredients and stuff are. I found my red onions. Super simple one. My ADHD is really hitting because I keep forgetting what I'm fucking doing.
Alright, now we turn shuffle on.
What'd you find?
Oh, no, I'm done with Machines Are Us.
Just the way you get cackled at the end of it, I had a
okay,
thought.
so I clicked over to the YouTube and saw the album art for Blaze Ya Dead Homie the Casket Factory.
Yeah.
And I saw the clown makeup and the black and white clown makeup and the
It is
I
exactly
don't
what
know
you think
the
it
rest
is.
of that is. Yeah, and then but my peripheral read the Casket Factory is the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh no. Your brain is on to something that you want, apparently. Overpriced food.
I need a drink. I will be right back.
Yep, do what you gotta do. Double check. Okay. Usually a reason that, but I'm fucking... See if there's a chance that he has a few. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. What was that noise? Being followed by a scar. That's fine.
Hi, Scar.
Alrighty. I have 100 stews to attempt to craft with all that I have. I heard someone cast something around me. I'm like, that wasn't... You weren't quite back yet. So I'm like, So I stepped around the fucking building, looked up on the top floor, and there he is.
Well, he's also on stream.
I know. But he wrote there, so I write back where the message is. Call it courtesy, call it what you will.
Yep, he's everywhere.
Well, enjoy the giant donation of syrup I made earlier. We've got plenty of blueberry and raspberry. I've made us into an IHOP.
Where the hell is he?
Another clan member.
What the hell is he doing?
Scar?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing to you. He closed me in the house.
He's playing hide and seek or something.
He just shut me in the house and fucked off. So
he ran around to the like the space between the pottery kilns and the charcoal kiln, and then he like crouched down and like hid himself in the little nook there.
There's a crouch function in this game?
I don't know what he did, but I think he did the sit emote.
Ah, that makes more sense. I was say,
and then just like
if
the
I
way
had
that
known
his
about
clothes.
the crouch, I could have gotten through some of the holes that I was trying to squeeze through at certain points. He's a big bird is his way through the door again. Do not consent. I love that the stew only refunds the deer meat and not the onion or the mushroom. It's just like, nope, just the deer meat. Have fun. Thing you have the most abundance of, you get back. On the other hand, my cooking experience is about to go fucking up another level.
Okay, that's not really what I was looking for.
I don't have any deer flank meat yet. That's something I'm missing. And that's butchery level stuff.
How many? Yeah, okay. Iron spike.
I'm gonna have to go yellow onion harvesting soon.
Oh, that is not worth it.
What's not worth what?
1 iron spike is 10 iron bars.
Gross.
I already buried the bodies. Okay, sorry, no. 2 iron spikes is 10 iron bars. That's a little bit
It's
better,
a little more reasonable
but,
than what you were thinking.
but that's still, like... Two iron bars is 5 ingots. So it's 25 ingots for 2. Ugh, God. There aren't like. All right, this is not the guide that I want. This is. Nope. Nope. That all of these guides are out of date because they're from before the 2 rounds of crafting rebalancing that they've done.
Oh. No one's made a new one yet.
No. Gaming.tools has a page titled Pax Dei Crafting Leveling Guides, but these are less a guide and more like it's a slider that shows, like, you can tell it what level you're looking at.
Yeah.
And then it will tell you what you can craft at that level, what the difficulty, how much XP you'll get per craft. And how many you need to craft to level up, I guess. I don't know. It says count, XP per craft, ingredients per count, and cooking time. And it's like count, so like warded iron broadsword, count 3, ingredients per count, 1,314.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that that's supposed to be an approximate gold value for if you were buying the ingredients to make it.
Could be.
But at least these patterns are up to date. I guess iron broadsword's going to be it, I guess.
Let's
1 sword hilt, 1 sword blade, and 2 iron bars. As long as it's not a ridiculous number of bars to make the sword blade.
I think I made enough fucking...
Ugh, I'm gonna have to make bronze.
Alright, let me go find some enoki mushrooms and some yellow onions. That's my goal now.
Okay, nope, making the sword blades is not any more efficient than making the spikes. It's just 5 for 1 instead of 10 for 2.
Fair enough. Those are red onions, but why not? You can use them too. Not even here for onions, I'm here for mushrooms, but you know. That works.
And then we're just gonna make axes.
Skyr, there's a bunch of extra rain lily out here in the fucking gray area too, just past our house. It grows right around this lake. Not as much as there's reeds and shit, obviously, but it's out here.
Alright.
I'll say that joke almost works if the church didn't have a collection plate.
No, his point is that the church doesn't go out to get things. People bring things to the church.
Ah, fair.
The church doesn't come to your house for the collection. You go to the church and then hand over your money.
I beg to fucking differ on that.
Well, maybe you don't, but
I don't mean that. I mean the church not coming to people's houses. Just depends on what fucking church. So I've had to scare off some Jehovah's Witnesses.
Well, I mean, they're an edge case.
Fringe or not, they're still a fucking relatively defective branch of Christianity. They've just, you know, twisted it so far that it doesn't matter anymore. This is with a lot of the later subsects. Scar fighting boar. Death caps. Death caps again. I know these mushrooms grow out here because I fucking only get them out here, but it's like it's so hard to see them when the ground is gray and white and the mushrooms are gray and white and they're not the bulbous ones that the death caps are.
Oh yeah. No, not that one.
It's weird that these are actually easier to see at night. Is that corn? It is corn. Okay, I'm good with that. It's actually new corn. Well, newer corn. It's like their 2018 album or 2019 album.
Not in that box.
Just over here foragificating.
Oh, that's a big departure.
What's up?
Well, this is my first time listening to the Casket Factory here.
That's not a departure; it's an evolution.
Well, I mean,
the first bit of it is very theatrical, and then it goes into his old school shit a little more. So give it like a track or two, and it'll fucking get back to where.
No. I meant going from like 9 Inch Nails, The Slip, and Icon of Coil, Machines Are Us.
Yeah,
to
no, it's Juggalo
Lazy
music.
a Dead Homie.
It's Juggalo music, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just I wasn't expecting it to go that direction that quickly.
It's just another face on the same die to me. Ooh. Oh, frames, come back to me. I had it, and my fucking screen hiccuped. Down.
Okay, real quick. Let's
take all these red onions because they're valuable.
This box.
I don't want to really interact with that camp. I would like to find more Inoki up here, but I don't think I am.
I don't have an axe.
What do you mean? Do you not carry your basic tool set with you in the hotbar? You know what the hotbar's for?
I know what the hotbar is for.
I don't think you do if you can't even fucking say it. Arnar. I have roamed into the dangerous place. I'm between two lost soul camps. This is where Inoki mushrooms spawn. It's in this biome, so I have to fucking do some venturating. That's a big old bear. I'm not gonna stay looking the other way, buddy. I'm not here. And I wish those health bars would pop up a little faster sometimes. At least I found my mushrooms.
Those are pickaxes. There they are. Okay, I don't want my wrought iron. I just want my iron chopping axe.
This is the time to break it down. Say. I know a lot of people didn't care for like Korn's later albums, but I think Jonathan's voice has only matured wonderfully. And the fact that he's decided to be more artistic with it has been effective, in my opinion.
I believe I have gone on the record previously as saying that I love absolutely everything that Korn has ever done musically.
Yeah, no, their politics are shit. Or at least Jonathan's is. I can't speak for everyone. I know that former members, some of them are shit, but not all of them. But sonically, they have never, I don't think they've ever really done a huge misstep, except maybe that fucking electronic album they put out in the late 2000s.
I liked it.
It was just a little fucking too far from what I was anticipating in one step. If they had done like an interim in between, like a little EP to be like, hey, we're testing the waters with this. Because I had gone from fucking 90s Korn to that with barely any transition. The closest we got was See You on the Other Side, and that was still very much emulating the 90s stuff.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, See You on the Other Side is my absolute favorite Korn album. I love that album, front to back.
I think I don't have a favorite, and if someone put me on the spot, I don't know. I would just say Adidas.
It's just a song.
The album that Adidas is from. Or no, fuck it.
Guardian and Luck.
I'm gonna go strong.
It's all grass.
I'm gonna go hard. The Adidas single.
That's. Did that one have a single release, like an actual pressed single release?
I don't know. That might have been a bootleg cassette that I had.
I mean, either way, like I don't remember. Like I fucking wasn't really allowed to listen to Korn until I fucking hit high school. So that was past the point. My grandparents were like uber strict until they gave up on me at like 17.
Aw.
You say, "Oh," I'm like, "Thank fuck you stopped breathing down my neck for every little thing." I managed to graduate without them fucking breathing down my neck for the last 2 years. They fucking had zero faith in me without putting pressure constantly. So
Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive.
I will yell all I want, Scar. Scar's playing with the redeems.
Yeah. He's got my
yellow onions grow here.
He's pulled up my corrupted icon.
Yeah, I saw that flash up in the chat. I'm like, ha. You need to get yourself some more interactives for the channel points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to actually take time to set up the channel points with things, audio redeems, that kind of shit. There used to be a patch of yellow onions up here, but I guess not anymore.
I found some.
I mean, like they were literally right up behind our house. I can go find more. But I'm just surprised because they used to like grow on the ridge behind the big tree.
Right.
Either they're not here or somebody plucked them already. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go elsewhere and pluck more.
Okay, that totally hit. Whatever.
What are you bitching about? Oh yeah. I
one
saw
of my
because of the delay. I got to see it.
Yeah, that totally hit.
No, yeah, it's like that fucking clip I have in the one of the best of compilations of you just smacking a deer perfectly and it not reacting at all. It's a little hard to get good clips on this game because of how calm it is, to be fair. It's usually just a fucking funny haha moment that we have or a weird visual bug.
Yeah.
You'll have to I got 3 clips out of Green Hell last night because I remembered to hit the button a couple times. One of which was the distended jaguar. I got the distended jaguar that was stretching across the fences. And then I have one that's just the cart levitating. Like perfectly level. But just like at eye level with me is the base of the cart. I'm like, that shouldn't be that way. But it's fine. I'll fix it. That's one thing I appreciate is that the cart is kind of forgiving on that. It's like, yeah, it'll fucking get stuck in the ground halfway and all of that. But as long as you can reach the handle, it automatically fixes itself.
Yeah.
That's so generous. They know a lot of games that it's like, you touch the handle and suddenly you're at a right angle with the ground in line with the cart. Instead of the cart lining up with you.
Because the cart's way heavier than you are.
Maybe loaded. But this bitch was empty when it was floating over my fucking eyes. I must have loaded the bitch with helium. I do want to eventually try Star Rupture because of how satisfying Green Hell's gameplay loop is.
It's a little bit different.
That's not the thing. It's more just I have faith in the devs now. After having had a good experience, that I'm willing to give another experience a go. Regardless of differentiation or not.
The building system is a big departure because it's not like component based like Green Hell.
Yeah, no, you already explained that to me. Yeah, you explained the crafting system to me. And how it's instantaneous as long as you have the materials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. That just means that I get to focus on other things a little more consistently. Which to me is a positive. Because while I enjoyed the entire session being building last night, that would get tedious after doing 2 or 3 sessions of it.
Yeah.
Which is why I took breaks to do other things from the tasks I was doing, because even those were getting tedious at times.
Yeah, like building the palisade is really tedious.
Yeah, I'm glad it's done. I'm glad I don't have to do that again until they break it. That's a Veil Stalker. Let's go, motherfucker. Oh no, that's a deer.
I was
it's just
looking
a
at
front-facing deer.
The patch notes because one of the cool things that they did with Star Rupture is they're giving you the ability to host a dedicated server.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was looking at the patch notes
the
for
players
the server
can just
client.
come and go as they please and do work when they can.
And the biggest bug that they had to fix so far with the server was that the server was not pausing when no players were connected.
So it just kept cycling, and all your stuff would get done faster.
Well, no. So the game checks, like even on a single player file, on a single player game with like hosted locally, when you're offline, stuff still progresses. The game looks at system time to determine how much game time has passed while you were offline.
Yeah.
And then goes, okay, well, in this much time, the following tasks would have completed. But what does continue happening if the server fails to pause is the arachnids will come and destroy your settlement.
Oh, fun!
So players were logging in.
To a
Players
destroyed settlement.
The other risk is
if
the
logging
server
in
doesn't
during a
pause,
fucking star thing.
Yes, logging in during a rupture and then immediately dying. It's not insta-death. You can survive for a while.
Yeah.
While taking a direct death laser from the host star.
Yeah.
But Ruptura, she's an unforgiving host. It's seconds, not minutes.
Yeah. No, I would expect nothing less from a fucking deadly sun laser. You good, man?
An error record. Please try again later. Error code 4.
For what?
YouTube. My listening to your playlist.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like 33 minutes into the Casket Factory.
Oh, I've had a couple things do that before.
Okay, well, YouTube hasn't blacklisted the entire playlist because I just clicked next and it.
Yeah, no.
And I turned shuffle on, so it just went to Whitechapel.
You might not dig on Whitechapel too much.
Yeah, it's a. I don't know.
There's the whole lack of melody in the vocals and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. The vocals are just.
They're traditional.
Just pure screech.
Yeah, they're traditional. Although later albums he advances. You would like the newer 2 albums. I'll give you that. Or the actually newer 3 albums now. The latest 3 albums he's changed up a bit and added more melodic vocals. But he had to go and take lessons, I believe, was part of it. Because he went out and learned how to properly use his vocal cords on more fronts. Because I don't know if you know the science behind harsh vocals, but they are intensely difficult on some people's vocal cords just to do. It's a varied skill set that everyone does differently. And for the longest time, the science was it's killing your voice, when in actuality, if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing any damage.
No, but if it does hurt, it
Don't
is
do it.
absolutely
No, yeah.
killing your voice.
I mean, Serge Tonkian, Chester Bennington, all are examples of that. There are many more on top of that, but those are the top two that came to mind immediately, as in like ones that I watched go through it. Because after Serge recorded both Hypnotize and Mesmerize, he toured for like a year and a half afterwards, and it destroyed his vocal cords.
Yeah.
So he had to have vocal surgery. And Chester just screamed wrong too much and destroyed them that way. And he had to do vocal surgery, and that's why after Minutes to Midnight, there was less and less screaming progressively. At least without, like, artistic endeavor. He found out how to do it right, but it took him time of learning it. But yeah, no, it's one of those, if you're not feeling any pain, you're not doing any damage. If you're feeling even an ounce of it, stop.
Figure either stop completely or figure out a different way to do it.
Well, absolutely stop doing that completely.
Yeah.
Find another method. Just stop doing what you are currently doing. Oh, somehow I've wandered back over to the fucking pyramid over here. I really was not paying attention to where I was going, to be very honest. I was just roaming. I still don't entirely know where I am. I just recognize this building.
I mean, you're in clan territory.
I know. This is the pyramid that's on the side of the road. It's also getting hard to recognize when the road is so much more busy than it was.
Yeah.
The landscape markers have changed. I'm relearning them.
It's a living, breathing world. It's almost as dynamic as Ultima Online.
That means next to nothing to me, because I've never fucking looked into the game.
Okay, so
I know it exists, and that's about the full extent of my knowledge.
It's also like one of the first MMOs ever. It was the initial build was like a top-down perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was technically isomorphic, but it was incredibly dynamic in that they coded the game to have a completely naturally propagated ecosystem.
Okay.
To the point where if you didn't leave a stag and a doe in the forest, you will never find deer in that forest again.
Neat. A little too restrictive, if you will, but neat.
If you clear cut a forest,
it doesn't come back.
You just turned that forest into a grassland.
Yeah.
You had to leave at least, well, for trees you had to leave at least one tree. For animals you had to leave 2 animals, or the animals would not, or there would be no breeding tick, and the animals would not repopulate.
Oh, fun.
And that led to UO's very first form of griefing, which was just we're going to go over to this person's holdings and clear cut their forests.
Fantastic.
And it did get to a point where the devs were like, we're going to reset the world, but we're only doing it once.
Fair.
And then eventually they added to the list of the responsibilities of the GMs was like just randomly reseeding places. So like GM responsibility included identifying places where forests were supposed to be, where people had clear cut for griefing, and just populating 1 or 2 trees so that the forest would regrow. But yeah, they coded the game to have a completely naturally simulated ecosystem with proper reproduction and extremely accelerated life cycles. But yeah, the game had horribly limited resources, which would have been a good idea if the game was intended to be a completely player-made economy, but it weren't. And so really all it does is all it did was punish newcomers to the point where, like, if you're not an established player, you can't be a crafter. You're going to have to you're going to have to depend entirely on players who got into the game early enough to become crafters, or entirely off of the NPC economy. Where am I going? I need to go to the mine quarry. I've gotten all the 10. I need now the copper. No, I'm gonna rank this with like where I rank the Whitechapel. This particular album anyway. I'm gonna rank this along where, like, I put most of Lamb of God's stuff, which is like the music is good enough that I can ignore the vocals.
Fair. Okay. That should hopefully be enough for this to be another stew spam.
That lyric has triggered me.
What's that?
He's like, again and again and again and
Oh, you're on Possession. Yeah, I know right where you're at. I know this band. I know that band, like, fucking, at least that album, because that's the This Is Exile album.
So
yeah.
My son, who has thus far grown up watching a lot of number blocks and letter blocks for his educational materials, has stumbled across another show that I'm assuming is by the same educational content company called Wonder Blocks.
Okay.
And the main characters of Wonder Blocks are Stop and Go. And their friend Again. And it's about processes. Wonder Blocks is about processes. Like, the one episode I've seen twice, which is usually the threshold for me to remember something that's not, like, really remarkable, is Stop and Go have to help Mr. Toad get from one train station to another to have lunch with his friends. And Mr. Toad, it looks like a green amoeba.
Okay.
With arms and legs. But so they have Mr. Toad is on a train cart, like a hand-powered rail car
Yeah.
that has a thing in the middle. And instead of it being like the teeter-totter kind, it just has a thing in the middle that you have to pump down and then let it go and let it rise back up. And you have to keep repeatedly pumping it for it to go down the track.
Yeah, it's a hand cart.
So for that they meet the action block named push.
Okay.
And so they're like they join hands, go, push, stop, and the cart like moves a foot. And they take a step down the track and they're like, let's do it again. Let's try that one more time. Go, push,
There
stop.
You go, Gil.
And the guy's like, okay, it's working, but like it's going to take us forever to get there. And then push like makes a whole bunch of copies of itself. And they're like, we can do it. Maybe we can do it this way. We just need more pushes before we stop. And then they hit a tunnel and they're like, oh, well, I can't continue to go along the tracks here because this tunnel is in the way and the tunnel's not wide enough.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, maybe we can ride on the train with him, but then there's not enough of us to keep the train going, to keep the train car going.
Okay.
And then again shows up and they're like, okay, well, maybe we can use him. And we'll and so again, like they get on the train and it's go, push, and then again, and then stop. And it shows like the flow chart and it creates a loop back. So an arrow comes off of again, goes up and backwards and between go and push.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's go, push, again, push, again, push, again, just looping until they get where they're going, and then stop interrupts them and yells stop.
Fun.
And I'm like, okay, I get what this is trying to teach.
But also, please stop.
But, oh my god, the repetitiveness.
Let's see. Chanterelles now. Should have a shit ton of chanterelles. Or at least a fair amount.
The other problem is like every episode seems to be the same solution. It's like we need to find again and work him into the flowchart somehow.
I should be able to fit enough.
All right.
Like 16 of them, or 16 stacks of them anyways. If I were to complete all of them. That's good stew. I keep that stew. Even failing this stew, I'm getting 137 experience because it's a hard recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's 57. It just had doubled over.
Okay, what is this floating thing I see?
Where are you?
Over by the quarry.
Oh.
Like, just past it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking up a hill, and there's some floating remnant of a structure. Nope, it's not a claimed land. It's just a bunch of beams floating in the air on a territory that must have been recently released.
Yeah.
It's making me want to listen to Mastodon.
Haven't listened to them in a while, but they are always a good time. I got me some super stamina stew now.
And also, weirdly, for some reason, the presidents of the United States of America.
Not a connection that I would have made.
I think it's just part of my tism brain.
Oh, that's fair. I'm just admitting that's not something that would have automatically like shown itself to me as a connector.
I saw this. I think it was on TikTok. I saw this video the other day. It's like my kids adapting to the music references that I make, and it's like the guy has aged himself a bunch.
Yeah.
And his wife is playing their daughter as an adult, and she's like saying something in conversation that just happens to be like the name of a song from like a 90s 2000s band.
Yeah.
And he just responds with the name of the band. Like, that's his entire contribution to the conversation, is just she keeps saying something that happens to be a song title, and he says the name of the band. And she said something about, was it something lump? And he goes, Presidents of the United States of America.
Fair enough.
And then she goes, well, no, I was thinking about getting peaches. And he's like, I already said Presidents of the United States of America. And it's like the end of the video. She's like, okay, I think it's time to put Dad in a home.
Okay, that's why I don't have the recipe for it yet. I haven't made myself some butcher's tools. So I'm gonna have to make some butcher's tools soon. Because I can't get better deer cuts until I have the next butcher's workbench. So
right.
I'm gonna need to build one of them.
It makes me so happy that's not called a charcuterie table anymore.
I don't know, I kind of miss that it drove you fucking crazy.
Well, that's just because you're a sadist.
To an extent, but it's more just schadenfreude.
The hell is that noise? I'll be right back. I need to go see why there's a boom truck extending its boom over my house.
Yeah, go do that. Seems like an important thing to figure out. Okay, back to butchery. I got the whole carcass back. Neat. Alright. Oh, damn you. There's 8 left. I'll swap to parting it. Like, proper parting it instead of poorly parting it. Because I want to have half and half of the meat chunks. It's fighting me. It's fighting me now. Moderate. I failed it several times. God. No, not allowed. There it goes. At least it kept giving me back the fucking meat. So that I could keep trying. There's a nice benefit now. Having things refund. Alright, now we try with the rest. This is an infinite loop almost. No, it is an infinite loop. It just keeps trying. It just gives more experience because it gives the same piece of meat back. I was expecting like the neck or something.
Well, that was an issue that was resolved by pointing at my mailbox.
Oh, were they at the wrong place?
Yeah, they're supposed to be next door.
Oh no.
They're supposed to be at 1337, not 1335.
What were they trying to do?
They were looking for the oak branches that they were supposed to be removing from over my neighbor's roof. And the guy, as I'm walking out the door, the guy that's in the bucket for the boom truck is like,
fucking nothing here.
he goes one there. I mean, he goes the ticket says to remove oak branches that are making contact with the midline of the roof. It does not mention anything about solar panels. And I was like, that's because you're at the wrong address. And they're like, beg your pardon? I was like, you're at the wrong address. I was like, look at the mailbox. And he goes, the guy in the truck, the guy operating the bucket looks over and goes, oh, yeah, nope. Yeah, we're supposed to be next door, guys. I was like, I mean, if you want to get that same tree, if you want to get the branches that are overhanging my roof,
I would be grateful.
You're welcome to. I'll pay. I'll even pay you. But and he was like, no, to get yours, they're too far back on your property. We'd have to bring in a crane. The truck won't lift. The truck won't reach that far, and for safety reasons, we can't park it in dirt.
Oh.
And I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I have family that are crane operators. I know about structure. I know about balance and stability issues on soft soils.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were like, they didn't even OSHA violation. They didn't even retract the bucket.
Before moving.
We don't have power lines in this neighborhood. We have underground utilities, so it's not that big a deal. But they didn't fully retract the bucket. They just picked the stabilizing feet up and drove to in front of the neighbor's house.
Fair enough. I mean, it's their fucking choice.
Yeah. I'm not reporting them.
Nah.
Which is why I haven't mentioned the name of the company.
Yeah. They don't need that. Doesn't need to be out there.
Just in case OSHA gets in my stream. Just in case someone from OSHA watches my streams.
Or happens to hear through
my
it or something.
Vods. Yeah.
So there's always that one nosy motherfucker who's like, I heard something that everyone needs to hear.
But the guy did say, if you really want to quote for like how much it'll cost us to rent a crane to come out here to clear that oak tree from your side of the property line, we'll let you know. I was like, no, I if you have to rent a crane, I'm not paying for it.
Fair.
I'll do it the old-fashioned way. The next time a hurricane comes through and destroys my neighbor's fence, before he has a chance to rebuild the fence, I'm going to drop the tree. The old-fashioned way.
I mean, careful that you don't hit a major violation for that.
The only thing I have to worry about is making sure that it falls in such a way that it doesn't damage the pool of the property behind my neighbor.
Do you know that removing the wrong tree can cost you several thousands of dollars in fines, right?
It's a northern white oak. It's not a native tree.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you knew ahead of time.
I know.
I've read enough stories on that shit and like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a northern white oak. I'm not going to get in trouble.
Okay.
If it were a live oak, I would need a permit.
Is it on your side of the property line, like the base of it?
No, I need his permission.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna go fucking drop it. Like you. That's how you implied it was. Like you were just not gonna ask and just go fucking do it. I'm like,
no,
you sure? That sounds like a bad idea.
Oh no, that would. Then I would be on the fence for I'd be on the I think that's the right adage, on the fence for like a lot of things, including or on the hook, for like personal property damage, technically theft, for depriving him of his tree. When they moved down from New York, they brought 2 saplings with them and planted them in their backyard, not realizing that these trees, being from a colder climate, they expect to have a dormancy season, and without that dormancy season, they're going to grow themselves to death. And this 40-year-old oak tree is already the size of a 200-year-old oak tree. It's got maybe another 20 years before it grows itself to death and becomes a hazard. So it needs to be taken out. And I would rather take it out now because it shades my solar panels.
That's fair. Sorry, my brain was processing what I'm trying to do next. I think I have parsley and virginate.
Lord Scar's back.
Where the fuck is parsley grow? I'm not making yet another cooking hearth yet. I'm not there yet. Why are you giving me this recipe now?
For what?
It's called Fatty Boar Stew. It's a really good stew, don't get me wrong. It's 180 health and 60 stamina. But fucking the son of a bitch is for the craftsman's cooking hearth, which I'm like, I can't. It's level 30. Why are you giving me the recipe now?
Yeah, there's still some balance issues there.
Where the fuck does parsley grow? Do you know?
Let's see if I know.
Oh. Thank you, Scar. He gave me the butcher's tools. Yes, now I have the recipe for that.
No, I don't. Let's see. Okay.
4 fine wood beams and 6 fine wood planks.
Parsley gatherables. I've never gathered parsley.
Hardwood. Okay.
Okay, it looks like it's in the wilds, but let me curious. Drowned lands in the wilds. Okay, which makes me wonder why I haven't grabbed it, because I've been out there to get cotton.
How do I get fine wood planks?
Heartwood.
Oh, I must not have the recipe for it yet because I haven't made any fucking beams, huh? That might be
Yep.
the case.
Is your wood cutting high enough?
I have the recipe for the beams. I think it's in
Oh.
yellow. That's sapwood. Do I have any heartwood? I might not.
How many
Might have to
fine
go
wood
dig
planks do you need?
6, and I need beams too. Let me relook at the recipe here. I need 4 beams and 6 planks.
Because I've got like 1,600 planks.
You got like 4 beams by any chance? Or
Yeah.
enough heartwood to make some for that I can do the work for that, but
Nah, I got you.
okay.
In fact, those are clan chests.
What are? Oh, over
my
here.
heartwoods. Yeah. My lumber's on this side where I am, and the heartwoods are the ones with the heart symbols on them.
Oh.
So the first 3 lumber boxes first 4 are sapwood, and then these 3 and the one and the top row on the end is that's that's everything else. So it's
that I can open. There's the planks.
And then the planks and beams should be next to each other.
Only need 6. And beams. It's 4 of these. If I have this backwards, I'll be back in a second. I need to go get my crafting hammer again. You're about to have another cooking artifice in here.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
You can also feel free to destroy the obsolete things and rearrange at your leisure.
I fucking don't care enough until we get to the new place.
Okay.
Once we get to the new place, I'll help you fucking hammer out a nice organization that works for both of us.
Okay.
So I know I use the kitchen more, but I figure you'll eventually wind up there.
Yeah.
Yes, guy. He's planning on letting the place decay and moving over to the street.
But I'm not doing it until
your plot expires.
Until my plot expires, because I am not moving manually.
Yeah, no, that's why it's whenever it happens.
And we have 23 days left on the plots.
I'm gonna put this here. There it is. Now I have the expensive butcher's workbench.
But you need to go to the Petra every time.
That is a long walk back and forth.
What do you mean?
Isn't the claim at the Petra? Is that what he's saying?
I don't... Unless they changed the way the redemption queue works.
2 basic planks in here. Yeah, the redeem.
It was my understanding that you could open your redemption queue, that the stuff went into your redemption queue, and you could open your redemption queue while you were on your own plot. And I plan to establish a plot. In fact, before my plot expires, I'm going to use plot tokens to claim new plot, but...
That's why I did that. I'll put them down here. That's enough of that. This is not what I'm here for right now. No music, please. I am not in the mood for ministry. Unusual, but not today. Just listened to that last night. Please, next. No. I'm being picky today. I can do fucking pitch shifter, sure. What the fuck was I doing? Right. Should go get my arrows. And my ADHD is bad. I'm gonna be fucking awful at hunt tonight. Gil, if you're here, I'm sorry now. My fucking attention span is negative today. This is awful.
Hold on, let me step off my plot and see what happens if I press L. Okay, no, yeah, you need to be at your plot or Petra to be able to access the redeeming queue.
Well, plots included.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna let these plots expire, and then I'm going to claim 2 new plots. Let's see. Let me get out of the fog, and
Fog you. Show me the deer. Now I can part them better.
Wrong.
I discovered a perfect cycle earlier while you were gone dealing with the tree people.
Okay.
I was parting chamois carcasses, and
Uh-huh.
because they're hard, they would fail pretty regularly. But it kept just giving me back the whole carcass.
Oh, nice.
So I just kept, it just hit craft all, and it just kept looping till it was done.
All right. So there's the city. I'm probably going to claim this craggly bit right here because I like to build on cliff sides. If it's still unclaimed,
The risk of fall damage gets him randy.
In 20-ish days, when my plots expire. I have so many plot tokens. I have 10 plot tokens, so I'm like not worried. I also need to remember to cancel my sub before then because money is getting tight. Or at least actually I should do that now that I'm thinking about it.
And you're right here. Oh, hell yeah, that was a good shot. You're being riffed on just a little bit.
Good news is you can build something better because right now, yeah, well, it's unfinished. And it'll probably never be finished.
This rate? Yeah.
Invalid login token.
Uh-oh.
What? Manage my subscription. We're gonna go see available plans. Is that just gonna bring up an information page? That's just gonna bring up an information page. Okay. Okay, well I don't like that. Cancel auto renewal.
My neighbors started mowing early today. Enjoy the background noise if it comes through, folks.
Okay. Okay, you can't just change your subscription type. You have to
cancel and resubscribe.
You have to cancel and then you have to cancel. You have to wait for it to expire, and then you have to resubscribe at the new tier.
Fun. I mean, at least it keeps you from having any fuck ups in the long term.
Yeah, I prefer that over you did the thing wrong and now you've been double billed, and no, we're
Yeah.
not going to give you your money back.
Yeah. There's one thing I appreciate about the RuneScape devs is that if you purchase a fucking bond, like a membership bond or an account, but because they have 2 different games running for the same dev team, because there's RuneScape Classic, which is the 07 old school RuneScape basically.
Yeah.
And then there's fucking RuneScape 3, which is the current highest end version of the game. And they run both storefronts off the same page, basically. So if you buy a bond for the wrong account, just contact their fucking department and they'll transfer it to you within a day. It's nice that they have set up a method to deal with it. Those out my inventory. Don't need hooves right now. I think there's ambient deer sounds as well as actually having deer around at certain points. Because I swear I'll hear some and there's no deer anywhere in sight.
Mm.
And I'll be like in the middle of a fucking plain. Not currently, obviously. I'm in a forest, but like like in the open portion of the valley at the back end, I'll hear a deer call and then no deer anywhere. That or the sound is a little more global than you'd expect. So this is the first week in a while where you haven't had to leave early. How's it feel to get a full day of it?
Feels something.
That's very encouraging sounding.
Oh, it is 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Which is my normal quit time.
I thought it was 4:30 today.
I could go to 4:30. I already got my nap.
I mean, if you want to call it for the day, I'm fine with it. I just got to get back to the house.
And the inhaler worked to open my lungs up without spiking my blood pressure so bad that I feel like I'm gonna stroke out.
That's good. Let's say if you want to call it, we can call it. I don't have a problem with that. Is what?
That is Eminem.
Yeah, I have Eminem in there. I told you that playlist is all over the fucking place, dude. The only things I don't have in there, I think, that are in some of my playlists is there's some old school country I'm missing.
I don't have any. I don't have this album. It's Encore.
Encore is my fucking like second favorite Eminem album. It was 2004, if I remember correctly. Take that with a grain of salt because I'm always like ambiently off by a year with everything I try to date. It's like it's 2004, it's 2003. If I ever actually get around to releasing the podcast episodes I have recorded, you'd see a bunch of that. It's documented like crazy how close I have approximate year knowledge of so many things. My numbers game is not good for most things, but I can do geometry and I can remember relative dates.
15, so I need 36 iron ingots. Do I have enough of that in the furnace in the works? Yes. Okay. I just can't. I just need to let it cook.
Aha, your weakness,
then-
patience. At least when it comes to video games. Alrighty. Back in extremely familiar territory.
Damn. Chopping axe. Axe handle, bronze nails, axe head. Okay.
Almost feel bad because I just gave a fucking stag a colonoscopy with an arrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today because I don't want to wait 20 minutes for these
No,
ingots
yeah.
to be done and then
Let me run back to the house real quick and I'll
And then
tap
it's-
out with you. I'm gonna leave the stuff in my inventory so I remember what I was doing.
and I'm gonna throw that shockingly average screenshot that I took up as for some A/B testing.
Yeah. I haven't taken a fucking screenshot. Let me do that real quick. That's a nice one. There we go. Sprinting up over the hill now. I arrive. Also gonna take fall damage. Nope. I've mantled on the fucking thing. Somehow that worked out in my favor. I just learned how to parkour in this game, I guess. Alright, let me take it back to the table here. Log out of this. Okay, where are we taking people today? Let's see who's live. Oh, good stretch. That feels good. Oh,
He's not in my stream anymore,
let's see here.
so I've got no one to raid with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodbye, everybody.
Totally fine, bud. Options. I have a lot of options today, honestly. Fuck it, let's send everybody to Snorts. Some hunt, since we're going to be playing hunt later. They are a much more skilled player than I am, so it'll say your expectations too high. Enjoy! I will see you guys in a few hours. Thanks for hanging.